Okay, let's take a look at how to select shapes that are very uneven, unnatural. Here I want to select this eagle and get rid of the background because I want to put this eagle in front of another background. And so to do this, I'm going to use the Magic Wand Selector tool. So I'm going to select on that. And one of the things you'll notice with the Magic Wand Selector tool is that it gives us a couple of modes up here. One is called the flood mode. I'm sorry, it gives us two choices of flood mode. One is to be contiguous, which means that they are all touching, all the pixels are touching. And global means that the pixels might be spread out, not touching each other at all over the image. And then we also have this tolerance. We can say, 84% or 21%, whatever, that means. And so let's take a look at the flood mode, and I'm at 24% tolerance. If I click on something, well, nothing's happening here. I've got to make sure that my mode is an add instead of subtract. It was in subtract, so that's not going to add anything. All right, so I just went to add mode. Now whatever I click on, it's going to add more. Let me go to replace. And when I click on it, it's going to replace. And you can see we get some weird shaped things. This is all contiguous. And the different pixels find ways to touch each other. This is at 24%. What happens if I go to 84% or 70%? So here I'm at 70%. Now it's really picking everything. Go down to 10%. So 10% chooses much less. There's 23%, much more. Then we change from flood mode so that instead of being contiguous, it goes to global. Now if I click it once, it's going to go and get all the pixels of that type all over the entire document. And but what I want to do is I want to select basically the background and delete it so that I just have the bird left. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to contiguous mode. And I'll go to about 50%. And so here when I clicked on that, it selected everything, including the bird's brown feathers, but it left out the entire white head, and that's good. That's one thing I want. So it selected the background and just got these bird feathers here. So I'm going to go ahead and try to subtract those from the selection. So I'm going to go to my Lasso Tool, and I'll go change it to subtract. And so right now the only everything is selected except for the eagle's head, and I'm going to subtract so that less is selected. So I'm taking my Lasso Tool and I'm going to use it to wrap around the entire feathers, of my bird. Okay, I still have a little part here that I can just wrap around. All right, so now just the background is selected. And that's cool because if I just hit the delete key, now the background is gone. So I just have this checkered background which shows that it's transparent. And then I can put my eagle head and body in front of other backgrounds and it will look nice. I can go ahead and file and save this eagle as some kind of eagle eagle with no background. Then we can use this later. And leave the defaults there. And I'm going to hit OK. Saved, done.